Good day, everybody. Seth with Everyman Prepping here. Hopefully you're having a great day. You had a great weekend. You got a lot of work done. And we're going to get into some news stories of the most pertinent things going on, things to help you prioritize what you're prepping. I'm going to give you a little update on what I've been working on lately, last few days, and in the prepping world. And as you can see behind me, I got the potatoes chitting. They're becoming a little famous over the last few videos. And I can show you and check out what they are doing. So it's been almost about a week or so, but you can see here, let me see if I get it focused. There you go. They're turning green now, which is great. They're starting to chit, grow nice little chits on there. Even on the back side, you can see some new ones starting up there, which is great. I'll be able to take a big potato like that, cut it in 2, maybe 3 pieces, and let those harden off and then plant them to get more potatoes out of it. But 2 or 3 more weeks, those will be able to go out into the garden, weather permitting. So we have that going on. Also, I've been playing around with these. I don't know if you've ever seen these. These are, camp tripwires that you can set up. They work off either a shotgun or you can get these 22 blanks, shotgun blanks, blanks of course. But they're made for, camping when you want to keep the bears from coming into your campground. But they're going to work very good for keeping not keeping two-legged animals out, but notifying when maybe a two-legged animal comes in your area of operation. So I've been playing around with those, setting them up, see how loud they are. I'm gonna do a video on that, but they're sold. Like I said, they're sold as camping for outdoors only, but SHTF situation, grid down, dark, in your house, wherever you're at, you might not be able to guard all avenues of ingress or egress. So setting up a couple of those on places where you can't put a guard on, gonna give you early warning. So been playing with those. Also, I'm in the middle, almost done, of building a portable power device that you can, if you're bugging out, because you have to bug out, you can put in your bug out bag. It's very light, and it's an inverter, system with the wiring that you can hook up to any car battery you find while you're wandering about. Whether it be off a truck, car, tractor, whatever, you hook it up and you got power enough to charge your, communication devices, your batteries, your flashlights, run a small fan, run a pump. Why do you want to run a pump? Well, you're pumping gas if you have a fuel pump. You're running water if you have a water pump out of a stream into containers, all kinds of things. Plus, grid down, it's dark. Everybody hates the dark. Dark is scary. Dark can be dangerous. So run lamps, run 12-volt lights off them, all kinds of stuff. And it's just not a system just to use a battery, but also to recharge it so you can keep going. So you're going to need stuff for that. Working on that, I'm putting it together. Then I'll do a video so you can see it's easy. It'll be easy to transport. It'll be light. And if you're out on the move, you're going to be able to have power. So that's what I've been working on. Right down below, what have you been working on? What are your priority preps right now based on what's going on in the world or what you need to do for your situation? Also, like the video, share, subscribe, comment, as I said, all that great stuff. Really appreciate it. But let's get into what we came here for this morning. That's some news stories. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my X feed. I bookmark a bunch of stories that I find pertinent over the last few days, and we're going to talk about them. The big thing coming up at this right now is the German leaked phone calls that talk about Germany wanting to attack the Crimea Bridge, wanting to attack Russia. As this post here says, the generals discussed secrets of the Ukraine war using off-the-shelf video tech and one dialed in for a hotel room. So this has been coming out that it wasn't even encrypted. These German generals are talking about, God, we got to get these Taurus missiles in there. The Chancellor Scholz doesn't want them. We're gonna send them anyway. And they did it all unencrypted, and then Russia leaked this, or maybe they leaked it themselves. I don't know what's going on, but generals, they know what they're doing. And I don't think they're this dumb that they're going to talk about this not knowing that they're going to be intercepted. So was it a 4D chess move where they wanted Russia to hear this because it's a feint, they want to scare Russia, or maybe they aren't that smart, and they talked about this openly thinking they'd be okay. I don't think that possibility, but something's going on. But yeah, Germany is inching closer to wanting to go to war with Russia, take out the bridge. And I don't think they faked this. They might have another plan behind why they talked about this in the open, but that's a big story. Russia's pissed off. They want answers. Germany's not giving answers. Germany didn't say it was fake. They were saying this is legitimate talk between generals. It's legit. Goes along with, France saying they want to send some troops in there. Just today, Macron put out that, not in the near term, they're going to do it, but, let's define near term. What is that? Is that 1 day, 2 days, a week, 6 months? Do we have to wait a month and then you're going to send troops? It's going to happen. So that's the first story there. Then we go down and we see this here, that American diplomat was found dead in Jerusalem. We don't know if it's foul play. We don't know if it's a heart attack, if it was induced by something else, but something we got to keep an eye on, see why an American diplomat was killed in Israel. Who knows why? It could be many reasons. This is what I talked about here. Germany was planning an attack. Russia wants answers, and Germany doesn't want to provide them. So just another hint on that one. Then we have this. Taiwan's Navy is going to add 2 more stealth ships to its fleet by the end of the month. It's part of the country's shift to smaller, more agile warships. I, of course, wrote, yeah, they're going to probably need them sooner rather than later, and they're probably going to need, more than you think. This is a video of the, I don't know, it's, when they say stealth, it has maybe some stealth technology. You can see the way it's painted and shaped that can maybe avoid some radar, but yeah, Taiwan's definitely going to need this because China's going to be coming for them. Moving on from here, this is what it is. Dmitry, let's blow this up here. So Dmitry Medvedev stood in front of a new map of Russia, and Dmitry doesn't hold back. He's our favorite. Person from Russia that likes to talk about let's nuke everybody. He of course had something to say about the German leak general discussion as well. He's all for nuclear war basically, but he has a new map. Red is Russia. This is dark red. As you can see, it includes all of Ukraine except for this little portion around Kiev, which they said I guess you can keep because you're a landlocked state. You have no port access. You barely have anything. The rest of Western Ukraine has been taken over by Romania. A lot of people thought Poland do. It's like Poland and Romania are kind of splitting the western part of Ukraine over here. Moldova's still here, but Russia takes Odessa. They take all, Transnistria is now part of Russia. So, this is what Russia wants. This is what they envision. This is probably what they'd be happy with. Is NATO going to stop this? I don't think NATO is going to stop it. The only way they're stopping it is, they actually put NATO troops on the ground in Ukraine to fight Russia one-on-one. Otherwise, this map probably is going to happen. Now, NATO does that, and they submit troops. Well, we might be looking at more of a nuclear war after that, because Russia's already said that. I know a lot of lines have been crossed by Russia, but if this map is what Russia wants, and NATO's saying we want all this back into Ukraine, well, you have 2 opposing forces. You know what happens when 2 opposing forces hit? Something's going to break, and we'll see what happens. But this was just put out by Dmitry Medvedev and what Russia's plan is, so you can see what they're looking for. And then we have this. Bitcoin going crazy today. Bitcoin's all-time high. I think 67.7 is the all-time high. We can look and see on another chart, but Bitcoin's going crazy today, going up high, along with gold. This is just 2 tweets I put out, or posts, I guess you call them now, put out earlier. Let's look at the actual prices. Let's go to another. Here we go. Let's see. Right now, gold is at 2,116. You see up here, it's all-time high. Straight rocket up the last few days. If we go down here to silver to check it out, silver's not doing bad. It busted the 250-day moving average, 200 and 100 moving day averages. It's at 23.75. It's nowhere near even the high back here in November 30th or so. And of course, the all-time high is around $50. It's got a long ways to go, always suppressed, but it's heading up. But gold's looking great. You've been into that. And let's look at the current Bitcoin price. Here we are at 66,600. As you can see, it's come down a little bit. This is a daily chart in the last few minutes. It's come down. But you can see if we go to the last month, how much it's been up. If you go to the year chart, you can see it's really rocketed up. All those ETFs, the banks and the BlackRocks who said, Bitcoin's fake, Bitcoin's not real. Now they're into ETFs and they're trying to sell it to all their customers. So none of this is monetary advice or financial advice, but looks like a lot of fiat money is moving into commodities, gold and silver, and crypto. So that's what we have there. Let's go back over here. All right, let's see what else we have coming up here. We have this coming now. This Iran observer, they can be a little squishy on their news. Sometimes they're legitimate, sometimes they blow things out of proportion, but this has been confirmed by another source already that an Israeli vessel has been hit by a Houthi missile in the Gulf of Aden. It hasn't sunk yet, it's on fire, and they're trying to put it out. So Gulf of Aden, Red Sea, all in that area over there. Houthis are still, I don't know, if you have a cargo ship, I don't know why you're from the West, NATO or Israel, I don't know why you're even trying to go through there. I don't know if they think that they can try to bribe the Houthis off and pay them off and not get hit, but there's no way if I was from those countries I'd be sending this through here. I wouldn't count on the U.S. Navy, the UK, whoever's down there protecting me. They might be able to stop some, but insurance rates got to be skyrocketing through the roof on this. Moving on from that, we see this, that the large-scale NATO exercise on Russia's border starts today. So this is in Finland, Sweden, Norway. It's part of that steadfast defender. There's 20,000 troops. We got aircraft. It's called Nordic Response 24, which is, like I said, it's part of it. Finland's out there recently saying, hey, we'd like to get some nuclear weapons, by the way. If we could put those in our country, that'd be great. Like I said, that'd be as close to, probably even closer, to Russia as Cuba is the United States. That'd be like Russia putting nukes in Cuba, which we know what happened last time they tried that. So that's not going to go over well. So we have this. Are they prepping just for practice, or is this actually they're going to use steadfast defender to stage troops because they think Russia's coming through, or they're going to go after Kaliningrad maybe. Maybe they're going to go help Ukraine finally. I don't know. But training exercises like this is what Russia used when they staged their entrance into Ukraine. And then I just put this out here because it looked pretty cool. It's Northern Lights. They're down low around Moscow, which is not seen usually. Just indicative of the magnetic field of the Earth getting less and less, the pole shift going on, all that sun news, all that stuff. Something else besides the wars we have to worry about is what the sun is going to do to us. And this is, once again, the confirmation from another source that the Houthis hit an Israeli ship. And then I think I have one more thing here. Well, a couple more things. According to Inside Paper, which can be a little aggressive in their reporting also, but they're saying that 3 underwater data cables through the Red Sea are cut by the Houthis, among the attacks. Before they were just disruptions. Now they're saying cut. We'll find out more information, probably this later on today to see for sure. But cutting those cables, it's not an easy repair job, I don't believe. I mean, I don't know if they have, I don't know much about it, but I don't know if they have joints in the cable every so many, feet where you can just, kind of disconnect it, plop in a new section and reconnect it. If not, it's very hard to, you're not rewiring fiber optics under the ocean. So I would figure there's got to be, kind of like couplers. Every so often they can decouple a section and put a new section in. Still probably take a long time to fix, but we shall see. Airstrikes are continuing against southern Lebanon. We had Hezbollah send some very powerful rockets into Israel just yesterday. This will be a war soon. It's going to come. Hezbollah's not backing off. Israel's not going to back off. It's going to go to a full-blown war. And I think Israel's going to be surprised, like they were back in 2006 when they kind of left Lebanon with their tail between their legs because Hezbollah was very strong and kicked them out. So I don't know if Israel is ready for that. This came out yesterday. The entire U.S. 1 million barrel Northeast gasoline supply reserve will be required to be sold and closed in fiscal 2024. So there's the new funding bill that's coming out, and part of it is we're going to close down the 1 million gallons of gas reserves. It was put there after the Hurricane Sandy came through, but they want to sell it off. With 1 million gallons, that's not going to last a day in the United States, but it could help in an instance like a hurricane or in military incident where they need fuel right away. But not only does it say we're going to get rid of it, it says we're dismantling the infrastructure, and you can't even make another one without jumping through a lot of hoops. So what is this? Why is it happening? What's going on? What are they planning? Why would you do this? Why not just keep it and maintain it? Why get rid of it? What is the plan there? And finally, we have this. This happened over the weekend. The U.S. military dropped 38,000 meals into Gaza. They haven't done a second one, but these are all MREs. You can see them going out of the plane there. A lot of them landed in the ocean. I don't know if the pilots and the airdrop specialists there got the wind right on all this, but a lot of them ended up in the ocean. But not only going to get now, as a prepper, my mind goes to, hey, not only is that food, but what are you thinking? We got parachutes, we got wooden pallets, we got paracord coming out of those things. There's a lot of good stuff. These people can take that and they can sew things out of the parachutes. You can make, I don't know if you can make, clothing or shelter out of them, fishing nets. I don't know what you can make, but I'm sure you can make something out of all that parachutes. You got the cordage, you got the pallets to burn stuff, the strapping. So as a prepper, I'm saying, hey, not only is that food, but we can do a lot with this. I'm sure they're going to use that for whatever they need to as well. And so that's all I have. I know it's a quick roundup of what's going on lately out there. If you have anything you want to comment about this, please write it below. I love reading your comments and responding to them. And if you have questions, go ahead and ask questions so we can get back to you, either myself or someone else in the community. And until next time, keep your ear to the ground and head on a swivel.